Headshot cam.
Oh, sound.
Oh man, okay, so aside from us butchering Queen songs...
Yeah, with terrible lyrics of our own.
Yes, well that's half the fun, isn't it?
I'm pretty sure it was at one point in our gaming life.
It can still be, man. Not all hope is lost. I mean, Dracula has a fashion curse. Trevcury has a... stairs curse, I guess. We have a terrible singing curse.
Cypher, apparently Cypher has a terrible man of man face.
A what now?
A terrible man of man face, apparently I'm supposed to say.
A terrible mana of man face? What?
I meant to say she has a terrible case of man face curse, but
well, that's funny because Alucard has the opposite curse.
Of looking too fabulous curse.
Pretty much.
And the pirate guy turns into Gary the Agile for no reason. I actually voice acted as that pirate guy actually for a short animation by Frobman. It should be on YouTube, I think, still.
Give me the link of that immediately. I want to watch it, and I'm going to add it at the end of this video too.
That'd be nice. Frobman, he sounds like a robot when he talks, but he's a funny guy, nevertheless. Yeah, he does a few animations, like Sonic in Brief and Castlevania in Brief, which I voice acted in.
You know, when you say in brief, I imagine everybody is actually wearing briefs.
Oh no, nothing that, after hours.
It really sounds wrong. He just bounced off the spikes.
like a ball.
Like a boss.
Yeah. One interesting thing about that animation of Castlevania in Brief, I actually had more lines in it, but due to time constraints, Frobman had to leave 1 or 2 lines out. So my role was very brief in it, as much as
you mean to say your role was in briefs?
You know, I miss the times I could bother my friends to see if they had any roles for me that I could, you know, just butcher.
It was a more innocent time.
Yeah, well, it's more like I've become more busy with other things time of life.
Like killing Medusa heads!
I'm gonna go up the stairs and ignore you there, Medea.
And then you fall down and die. Imagine if that's the case.
I'm gonna try not to fall down here, because this is where I fell. No!
Wah, wah, wah.
Well, at least it starts me off here.
Jump!
Oh, thank gosh!
Okay, so I cannot show the actual Netflix animation for obvious reasons on this YouTube video, but I will definitely show your friend's animation in this YouTube video. It's basically the same quality, I expect.
No!
And the black bar dances on your defeat.
It dances on Trevcury's grave.
Castlevania 3. Everybody's curse.
It is the curse of all things.
Right then, so are you about ready to stop this?
I will be soon. I just want to give it one more go. If I fall down the stairs again, then I will move on to another Castlevania game or something else.
Sounds about legit.
The last two Castlevania games I played were the, what was that? Order of Ecclesia, which starred Shanoa, who was one of my personal favorites of the characters of Castlevania, despite the fact she was emotionless in the story due to plot reasons. But she had really cool abilities involving runes and magic, and I loved that about the game. And the other Castlevania game I played was Castlevania Lords of Shadow, namely the first one.
Oh yeah, the edgy, emo, angsty one that tries to be God of War.
Yeah, I don't know, I decided
And you play as Dracula!
Yeah,
Spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers. Well,
Not really, I think anybody could have seen that coming.
No, no one could have saw that coming.
Really? Are you kidding me? It seems so obvious to me, but maybe that's because I am not an alumni of the series. I mean, he looks like a Dracula to me, so...
Why? I was on an edge of the cog!
I mean, aesthetically, he looks like a guy who could be Dracula, so... There really isn't anything that could surprise me about that.
Well, it didn't surprise me, but more lines of, I ended up basically just, instead of reacting like anything of the usual kind, I basically just went, oh, they're going with this. Okay.
So, okay, I can imagine you're a long-time fan of the series. You are used to the idea that you have to stop and fight Dracula because Dracula is evil and you're the good guys who fight for the betterment of humanity and you have to stop the demons. Suddenly you play as Dracula and he's a sympathetic paterfamilias, is misunderstood, and it's... It goes a bit against the original tone of the series.
Yeah.
Then again, from what I've seen, the Netflix show is having its cake and eating it too in that regard.
Yeah, Lords of Shadow was decent, but not that great as a Castlevania game.
Castlevania, you think of Metroidvania.
You either think of something like this, or Metroidvania, not like God of War mixed with Shadow of the Colossus, and suddenly Satan being the final boss.
Yes, why don't you ever fight Satan in a Castlevania game? That makes sense. I mean, Dracula is borrowing the forces of hell from hell, so...
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I know. So
what is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets. But enough of this. Have a tea.
So I take it Symphony of the Night was your favorite Castlevania?
I never played any Castlevania game in my life.
Oh, wow.
I really could not have cared less about Castlevania before watching this show. Because this show is aesthetically and narratively very well made. And it basically reminds me a bit of Berserk.
In other words, it makes Castlevania look cool!
Yes, which is something that Konami has not been able to do in 20 years.
So anyway, should we call this a night on this game at least?
There was almost no progress.
Yes, Trevcury died of stairs.
Yes, the stairs shall consume us soul. Consumite furore. Consumite furore. Consumite. dun 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 dun, etc., etc., etc. All right. Thank you for joining us, everybody. This has been MADPlayvania 3, Curse of the Let's Players.
Curse of the Let's Players and the colorblind Dracula.
See you next time.
Yes, take care of yourselves. And also, be sure to have a over-dramatized, epic musical piece for every time you open a door, like in Lords of Shadow.
You know, I need an epic soundtrack for every single little mundane things I do.
Open the box of cereal.
Bwam!
Brush your teeth.
Bwam!
Take the dog out for a walk.
Undertale. Right, enough with D. How about D? How about you, I should say.
Bye.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid. And all that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold.
Long time ago, before the first game, in 1476, Dracula started to run rampant in Europe after hiding away for the longest time. Many have attempted to take him on, but never really succeeded. Only one guy can deal with him, but nobody's too keen on asking for help.
Sir, we're having trouble fighting against Dracula and his forces. We don't have anyone to go up against him.
You sure? What about that magician hunter, Sifa Balnades?
Well...
Dracula! I will...
What about that pirate, Grant Dynasty?
Dracula! I will!
And Dracula's rebelling son, Alucard?
Father! I will slumber here until somebody strong enough can help me beat you.
Dagnabbit, isn't there anyone who can help?
Well, there is one man who might help, but we exiled his clan for a long time ago.
You mean the Belmonts? We had to. They had a terrifying power.
Is this your card?
But I guess I have no choice. I want to keep my cushy job as Pope after all. Bring Ralph Belmondo out of exile.
Trevor Belmont.
Whatever.